Hello, Ag learners. From our last lecture, we've talked about plant cells. Right now, we will be talking about plant tissues. Now, what are tissues? Basically, tissues are collection of cells. And for this lecture, plant tissues, they are group of cells that work together to perform specific functions that are essential for plant growth and survival. So titignan natin ano-ano ba yung mga different types of plant tissues and ano rin yung kanilang functions. So first off, isa sa mga major type of plant tissue is what we call as meristematic tissues. Now, what are meristematic tissues? Ang meristematic tissues, these are composed of actively dividing cells. So yung mga cells dyan, they are actively dividing, actively sila ay nagpaparami. You can also notice that the cells here are small in size and mostly uniform yung kanilang shape. And at the same time, there is the presence of undifferentiated plastids that develop into chloroplasts and other plastids. Basta ang tandaan lang natin sa meristematic tissues, hindi po permanent yung mga tissues na yan. Why? Because they are actively propagating, they are actively dividing themselves. Mostly ng meristematic tissues, wala pa siyang specific functions. Ang pinaka-purpose lang niyan ay para sa paglaki ng halaman. There are several types of meristematic tissues. First off, meron tayong tinatawag na apical meristems. Ang apical meristems, yan yung mga meristematic tissues na makikita mo sa tip ng roots, and sa tip ng shoots. Ano ang purpose ng apical meristems? For primary growth. What do I mean by primary growth? Yun yung paglaki ng halaman in length. So kapag lumaki yung halaman pataas at pababa, through the roots and through the shoots, pa sa taas, apical meristems po yung tissues na involved dyan. Meron din tayong tinatawag na intercalary meristems. Now, ito naman yung mga meristems or meristematic tissues na makikita mo sa base ng leaves or internodes. So, dito siya. Yan. So, sa base ng bawat leaf, meron kang tinatawag na intercalary meristems. And ano yung function niya? This contributes to the regrowth of the leaves, okay? Kapag yung leaves ay naputol. So, kapag naputol yung leaves, ang involved para lumago ulit yung leaf na yun or magkaroon ulit ng dahon doon sa portion kung saan natanggal yung leaf, ang involved na tissue dyan is intercalary meristems. So kanina, nasabi ko sa inyo na yung apical meristems ay involved siya in the growth in terms of length. So sa katangkaran ng halaman. Paano naman? Ano naman yung meristem na involved sa pagtaba ng halaman or sa growth ng halaman in terms of width or in terms of what we call as secondary growth? Ang meristem naman na involved dyan, we call it as the lateral meristems. So yung lateral meristems, makikita mo yan sa sides ng stems and roots. And ang pinaka-purpose niya is for secondary growth para lumaki yung girth ng halaman. So kung bakit kumakapal yung stem ng halaman, it is because of the lateral meristem. So these are the three types of meristematic tissues: apical meristems, growth in length, primary growth, shoots at saka roots yung lumalaki dyan. Number two would be your intercalary meristems. This can be found in the bases of the leaves or in the internodes para kapag may naputol na dahon, tutubo ulit yung another dahon. That's intercalary meristems. And lastly, we have lateral meristems that can be found in the sides of stems and roots that is responsible naman for secondary growth or yung pagtaba, okay? Or yung pag-increase in terms of growth, in terms of girth, in terms of girth and in terms of width ng halaman. So sabi ko sa inyo, ang meristematic tissues, kanina, they are actively dividing. Hindi pa sila specialized, mostly uniform lang yung mga cells na nandito. Kasi nga, they are actively dividing. Ang pinaka-purpose lang nila is for the growth of the plants. Ang counterpart ni meristematic tissue is what we call as permanent tissues. So, once na once na actively nagpropagate yung mga cell, darating yung point kung saan yung cells ng mga ito ay magdi-differentiate. And what do I mean by differentiation? Magkakaroon sila ng specialized function. So they will lose the ability to divide. So hindi na the cells na will not actively divide. Then magkakaroon na sila ng specialized function. Kapag yung cell mo ay nagkaroon ng specialized function, we now call that as permanent tissues. And katulad ng meristematic tissues, ang permanent tissues mo rin ay may different types. Unang-una dyan, meron tayong tinatawag na ground tissues, or we also call this as your simple permanent tissues. Your ground tissues, ang pinaka-purpose niyan is to provide support, it is to provide protection, and it is to provide storage to your plant. And it is further categorized into three. Meron kang parenchyma tissue, meron kang collenchyma tissue, and meron kang sclerenchyma tissue. So unahin natin yung pinakamalambot na ground tissue among the three. Ano kaya yung pinakamalambot? Yung parang spongy sa kanila. Ang pinakamalambot dyan is your parenchyma tissue. Now, your parenchyma tissue, napakanipis ng mga cells dyan at medyo maluwang yung kanilang intercellular spaces. Bakit? Kasi ang purpose ng parenchyma tissue is for, number one, photosynthesis, and for the storage. For example, storage ng starch sa mga patatas. Ang parenchyma tissue din is responsible in the repair of damaged tissues. So you want to think of your parenchyma as a soft sponge. Soft sponge yan that allows water and nutrients to pass through it. At the same time, it allows light to pass through it for photosynthesis. So ito yung pinakamalambot among the three. Yung susunod naman, okay, so medyo matigas na, medyo flexible na itong tissue na to, ang tawag naman doon, collenchyma tissue. Now, what are collenchyma tissues? These are elongated cells with thickened corners. So, medyo makapal na yung corner ng mga cells sa collenchyma tissue. And bakit makapal? It is because of the deposition of cellulose and pectin. Now, if you're going to remember our discussion on plant cell, your cellulose and pectin is the one responsible for the adhesion, for gluing doon sa ating cell wall, and yun din yung nagpo-provide ng thickness doon sa ating cell wall. Now, ang purpose ng collenchyma tissue is to provide flexible support. So, hindi siya ganun kalambot, medyo flexible siya, para habang lumalaki yung halaman, meron siyang flexible support. One classic example ng collenchyma tissue is yung ating celery. Kapag yung celery mo, kapag kumuha kayo ng celery at pined nyo yun at nag-crack or naputol siya, mapapansin nyo parang may mga sinulid. Okay? May sinulid na area doon na medyo matibay-tibay. Yun ay collenchyma tissue. So, tapos na natin yung parenchyma, tapos na yung collenchyma. Ano naman kaya yung pinakamatigas sa kanila, pinaka-rigid? Yung pinaka-rigid, because it is composed of dead cells, we call it as your sclerenchyma. So, napaka-thick ng mga cells dito because they are dead, they are composed of lignified walls, and mostly wala nang intercellular spaces dyan. So, medyo dikit-dikit na, wala ka nang mapapansin na any area kung saan pwedeng pumasok yung mga substances like air and water. Ang pinaka-purpose ng sclerenchyma tissue is to provide mechanical strength and rigidity doon sa ating halaman. So madalas makikita mo ang sclerenchyma, yan, sa area na yan, kung saan pinakamakapal siya, covering and providing structural support to your plant. Now, aside from ground tissues, which is a type of your permanent tissues, meron din tayong tinatawag na vascular tissue. Now, your vascular tissue is still a permanent tissue, okay? And your vascular tissue is comprised of two structures we call as the xylem and the phloem. Ano yung pinaka-purpose ng dalawang yan? They are vital for transport of nutrients and water. Unahin natin si xylem. Xylem has the following components. Meron kang tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. Ang pinaka-purpose ng xylem natin is to conduct water and minerals from the roots. So manggagaling yung water and minerals sa ugat ng halaman papunta sa mga above surface part ng halaman. Yun yung transport system ng xylem. From the roots going to the aerial parts of the plant. That's your xylem. Ang counterpart ni xylem is what we call as your phloem. Your phloem are composed of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem fibers, and phloem parenchyma. Ano yung function naman ng ating phloem? Kasi yun yung importante. Ang function ng phloem ay para mag-transport ng sugars and nutrients. From, saan manggagaling yung sugars and nutrients na yan? So, saan kaya manggagaling yung sugar, for example? Saan ba napuproduce yung sugar ng halaman? Sa dahon, tama. So, from the leaves, going now to the other parts of the plant. Yun naman ang purpose ng phloem. So, yung xylem, it conducts water and minerals from the roots papunta doon sa above parts area ng halaman. Whereas yung phloem naman, it transports sugars and nutrients from the leaves going to the other parts of the plant. We also have specialized tissues. And isa sa mga type ng specialized tissue natin is what we call as our dermal tissues. Okay? Dermal tissues are basically there to protect the plants by covering it in what we call as epidermis. So yan yung pinakabalat actually ng ating halaman. Now within your epidermis, meron na andyan yung ating stomata. Yung stomata na to, ito yung pores, right? Yung pores sa dahon primarily that enables the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen and at the same time yung release ng water vapor. Now if we're going to zoom in sa ating stomata, mapapansin mo, merong dalawang structure dyan that allows the opening and closing of the stomata. Ano yung tawag doon? We call that as your GC or we call that as your guard cells. Okay? So yan yung ating dermal tissue which is a specialized tissue in our plants. We also have, of course, secretory tissues katulad ng mga glands na nagpuproduce ng nectar. In relation to rubber trees, meron tayong tinatawag na laticifers. Yung laticifers na yan yung nagpuproduce ng latex na hina-harvest ng mga farmers natin in order to produce rubber. Another specialized tissue would be your parenchyma. Now, your parenchyma is a modified parenchyma. So, it's a modified transport system of sugar and nutrients. However, ang parenchyma, makikita mo lamang yan sa mga halaman na ang tawag natin ay hydrophytes or mga aquatic plants. Why? Kasi itong mga aquatic plants na to, nakasubmerge sila sa tubig. Now, kapag yung part na nakasubmerge sa kanila sa tubig, hindi yun nakukuhanan, hindi yun napupuntahan ng oxygen. Kaya meron kang specialized tissue called parenchyma that allows the transport of oxygen from the above part of your plants going into the part of the plants that is submerged in water. So for example, yung ating rice, 'di ba? Yung rice natin, yung rice natin may area doon na nakakakuha ng hangin dito pero yung roots niya hindi po yan nakakakuha ng oxygen. Oxygen kasi nga submerged siya sa tubig. But dahil mayroong parenchyma, kung ano yung nasasagap na oxygen dito sa taas, itinatransport niya rin dito sa baba para yung buong halaman nakakasagap siya ng oxygen. Another function of your Erenchyma is for buoyancy, katulad ng water hyacinth. Kung bakit nakalutang yung water hyacinth natin, it's because of the Erenchyma. So these are the tissues, these are the plant, this is a short discussion of plant tissues. We have covered meristematic tissues, permanent tissues, and specialized tissues. Under meristematic tissues, meron tayong tatlo. Ano yung tatlo na yon? Apical meristems, intercalary meristems, and lateral meristems. Under permanent tissues, meron tayong dalawa. We have ano yung permanent tissues natin? We have ground tissues and we have vascular tissues. Yung ground tissues natin, mayroong tatlo. Parenchyma, cholenchyma, at saka sclerenchyma. Whereas yung ating vascular tissues naman may dalawa, phloem and xylem. And we also covered special tissues, katulad ng dermal tissues, kung saan makikita mo yung epidermis, nandun din yung stomata, and nandun din yung ating guard cells. We also have yung mga ito erenchyma and ano yung kanina secretory tissues like your nectar glands and lacticifers.